again, I also had like a professor when I was a sophomore, and she had been in this country for I think about 12 years, and she didn't have a PR. To my channel. My name is Nenye, and I make videos on education, personal development, personal finance for F1 and H1B visa holders, so basically like international students in the US. So today I'm going to be talking about the things that they don't tell you when you're coming to America, especially if you're coming to school and you're paying like thousands of dollars to school here. These are like, you know, things like the visa, how the immigration works and everything, which I feel like everyone is supposed to know before they come here, so they don't have like an expectation and then see something else that is different. So the first thing is, when you're coming to this country, you're basically going to be on what is called F1 visa. So F1 visa is basically the visa that is given to whoever is coming to the country to school. So whether you're coming for high school, bachelor's, whether you're coming for college, whether you're coming for master's, whether you're coming for PhD, whatever it is, as long as you're coming to school. But then if you're coming like as an exchange student, then you're on a different visa, which is called J1 visa. And if you're coming as a visitor, you're like on a different visa, which is I think B1 visa. And then if you're coming on a work visa, like an actual work visa, then that's called the H1B visa. What you're not told is that first, when you're on F1 visa, you're not allowed to work anywhere else outside of your campus. So the only place you can work in as an international student who is on F1 visa is just on your campus, right? So now they don't really tell you this. I hear a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm going to come to the US and then I'll work and be able to pay off my tuition. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be able to pay your tuition without having to work, if that makes sense. Another thing again, like I said, is you're not allowed to work anywhere that is outside of your campus. So you can only work in your campus, and you're only allowed to work only 20 hours a week. So that means the amount you're getting per month might be enough to maybe only pay off like your rent or something like that. Maybe your rent and your groceries, or maybe even just your rent. And this is actually different from Canada, because in Canada you're allowed to work off of campus. So in Canada, I know like people, my friends that are in Canada also as international students, they're allowed to work outside of their campus, but that's not the case in the US. So that's one thing you should know, and that's one thing you should bear in mind. If you're coming here to try to make money, I'm sorry to break it to you, but like you cannot do that legally. So guys, the second thing is, remember how I explained like that there are different types of visa. So if you're an F1 visa, maybe you finish like your undergraduate, you finish your bachelor's degree here, right? And then you want to work, you are put on something that is called OPT, which is optional practical training. I've kind of also done a video on it. And OPT, you only get 1 year of OPT. So basically you're only getting 1 year to work. This is after spending thousands of dollars in tuition fee in a college in US. However, if you do STEM, if you have a STEM major, which is science, technology, engineering and math, you get an additional 2 years. So STEM majors kind of get in total 3 years of OPT. So that's one thing you have to bear in mind, because some people come here and they just kind of like study whatever major they want to study and don't really think about it. But these are the things that you actually have to think about before you choose a major, you know, which I also actually did a video on that, and I'm gonna leave it somewhere here, that goes into details of what you should consider when choosing a major. Now the third thing, which is like the most important thing also that you should bear in mind before you come here and you spend a lot of money, is that after your 1 year of OPT or your STEM 3 years of OPT, well, not really after, but during that OPT, so like when you do like your 1 year of OPT, your company files for what is called H1B for you. Now H1B is the work visa that I mentioned in the very beginning of this video. That's like the actual work visa. Your OPT is not a work visa. Your OPT is just basically you're like, you know, practicing. That's why it's called like optional practical training. You're just practicing. It's not like an exact work visa, even though you're using it to work. I don't know if that makes sense, guys. So now when you're on OPT, the first year, your company files for you H1B, and that's like your work visa, which you can use to transition from like a work visa to then like your green card. But this is where the problem is. It's not everyone that applies for H1B that gets it. No, the H1B is an actual lottery. Like, it's an actual lottery system. Like, it's a 50-50. It's a game of luck. It's not the fact that, oh, I have a PhD, oh, I have 2 degrees, oh, I have this. No, it's an actual lottery system. So it's a game of 50-50. I've seen people that they apply for their first year, they apply for H1B in their first year of OPT and they get it. And I've seen people that they apply in their third year, like they apply first year, second year, third year OPT, they don't get it. And these are people that have like masters. So that's something that they don't really tell you. Now you might be thinking, oh, so what will I then do as an international student? Again, I am not like an immigration consultant or anything like that. I'm just talking from experience that has happened to me and things that I've seen that have happened to friends and people that I know. Personally, I would say if you have a scholarship, if you have a school in the States that is giving you a scholarship, like a full scholarship, sure, come and attend. But if you have money, if you have like $200,000 to spend on 4 years of training in your bachelor's degree here, take that money to Canada. Why, you may ask? Because in Canada, after schooling, you are able to apply for PR, which is a permanent residency, straight by yourself. This is not like a company is applying for you or anything. No. Like, it's not like your life is in someone else's hands. No, you are able to apply for it by yourself. Whereas here in the US, remember, you have to go through the F1 visa you use for your bachelor's degree, you go through your OPT, then you start applying for H1B, which you may or may not get. And after the H1B, the company also still has to sponsor you for green card. So it's like there's so many processes. Why would you undergo that when you have your own money, instead of you taking that money to a different country that will appreciate you better? I don't know if that makes sense, guys. There are so many like people coming forward and telling their stories, even on LinkedIn. I'm gonna insert like the story somewhere here. On LinkedIn, I've seen, there was the one I saw of a girl. Her story just made me so sad. She studied something in arts, not even in science. So she had only 1 year of OPT, and that 1 year they applied for H1B for her and she didn't get it. Now, do you know the very saddest part? This girl spent at least $200,000 or $250,000 in her 4 years in the US. Imagine spending all of that money and you're only allowed to work here for 1 year and you don't have any path to get like a PR or anything like that. It just kind of broke my heart. It wasn't just hard. Yeah, like other people, I saw some of them, they said, yeah, they have to leave the state because if you don't get your H1B lottery, there's really nothing else. They even write it in their email when they send your email to you. There's really nothing else. You have to leave the country. Like, if you get rejected for H1B and it's your third year and you have exhausted all of your H1B, you're leaving the country. So that's like some things that people don't know. Because I was talking about this with one of my friends and I was kind of telling him about the girl and he's like, oh, didn't she know about this before she went into arts and before she came to the US? And I was like, a lot of people don't really know about this. Like, because the thing is that people just think, oh, I'm just going to school in America and oh, I'm just going to get this, but it doesn't work like that. So you have to actually do a research of the country you're going to, and which is why I'm making this video, to kind of like let you know what to expect when you come here, so that you're coming here with like, you're fully informed, you're coming here with a full knowledge. You're not coming here and then seeing things and you get mad and you get upset and you get frustrated or anything like that. Again, I also had like a professor when I was a sophomore, and she had been in this country for I think about 12 years and she didn't have a PR. So how was she able to stay here? She did her master's here, then did OPT with masters, which was about 5 years. Then she did her PhD, which was about 5 years or 4 years, I think. I'm not sure how long her PhD was. And then she was like, when she was teaching me, she was on her OPT, her STEM OPT for PhD. That's how long you can be here and you don't have a PR. But I have friends that they were in Canada and they got their PR within like 4 years of being in Canada, and legally. I'm not saying they had to go through like a mago way. If you're Nigerian, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not saying they had to do like anything illegal. No, legally they applied, they got their PR within like 4 years of being in the country. So anyway, guys, I hope this video helps you. I don't know why I'm making this video, I just really felt like making it. But yes, don't forget to like, subscribe and share my video. You can follow my Instagram if you want, and I'll see you guys in another video.